You guys, today we're going to be looking at a phenomenon of deserts and rainforests and why they seem to occur in patterns around our world. And so we're going to apply some of what we've been learning about climate and weather and try to answer the question of how deserts and rainforests form. So here's your due dates. We're really approaching the end of the year quickly, so pay attention to those due dates. And we're going to get started with just a quick little warm-up. What are some deserts that you've heard of? Hopefully you can think of at least one or two. I know of a very big one in Africa that you might have heard of. There's also two pretty famous ones in Colombia. So list out some deserts that you've heard of, and then what do they have in common? Next, we're going to watch a brain pop video. Here's the username and password to describe some characteristics of deserts and what are some of the factors that cause these regions to exist. So in the brain pop, you're going to see like what are some different things that have caused deserts to exist, and you're going to list those out here. Okay, next we're going to open up a graphic here where you're going to see the locations of the different rainforests and deserts in the world. And over here, you're going to be giving a pattern. So when you open the graphic, you'll see deserts on the top picture and rainforests on the bottom picture. And you're going to over here describe where are the majority of deserts located. And we want you to describe this in relation to the equator, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn. Those are those lines of latitude that go around the world, and they're listed on here. They're labeled on here. So for example, you might say, oh, all of the deserts are located south of the Tropic of Capricorn. Or you might say all the deserts are located right along the equator. Or maybe you'll say they're located between the equator and the Tropic of Cancer, something like that to answer this question. And then you're going to do the same thing here for rainforests. And you should notice a pattern. There's very clear patterns about where rainforests are found and where deserts are found. So then we're going to come down here and we're going to start trying to explain this phenomenon. So you've got multiple choice here pretty much. So warm or cool, you're going to put here at the equator, what's the air temperature? And then based on what we've learned many times this year, warmer air, is it more or less dense than cooler air? Write that word here. And when something is less dense, what does it do? Does it rise or does it sink? Feel free to use your science notebook to help you answer these questions. You have a lot of this written down from our unit about ocean currents and plastics. And then over here, we're going to apply this knowledge here. What happens to air when it rises up in the air? So you've got air down at the surface of the earth, and as it rises into the atmosphere, as it gets higher up, what begins happening to that air? So think about its temperature. As it moves up into the atmosphere, what happens to its temperature? And then its state of matter. As it moves up, does air stay a gas, or what starts to happen to it when that temperature changes? So please describe that here. And then finally, using that knowledge, why do we think rainforests might occur near the equator? So remember, we know that a rainforest is a place that gets a lot of rain. So why do we think that there's a lot of rain in these regions near the equator? This answer should help you answer this. And if you want a little bit more help, check out this website, which has a short little sentence that gives a very quick explanation about why rainforests occur near the equator. So now that we've kind of explained why the rainforests are happening in that particular location on Earth, we're going to try to connect that to why deserts happen in the regions just north and just south of the equator. And we're going to recall that we did a demonstration in class with confetti, and you can actually watch the video of it. I took this video this year, and we can see that the confetti in the beaker spins around when we heat up the hot plate. So here I just want you to do a quick little review of why that happened. Please use the terms heat, molecules, contract, expand, density, rise, and sink. You have this explanation in your science notebook. So if you want to go ahead and just use that same one and type it in, that's fine. Please use your science notebook to support you. So now we're going to get into what does this confetti experiment have to do with deserts and rainforests. This is actually a really great model of the process of convection, and we're going to look at how convection is causing those deserts to form. So if rainforests along the equator receive so much rain, why do deserts on the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer receive so little rain? So you'll open this link and you're going to see a model, and spend some time looking at the model, paying attention to the arrows, the words, just like we do in our models. This one uses red when it's heat and blue when it's cool. So you're going to look at the model, and then over here, you're going to try to write an explanation based on that model of why there are deserts near the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, relating it back to this experiment. And if you're still unsure, there's a video here to help you with your explanation. This is definitely a more challenging topic, but please give it a try. And we will be going over this topic in a live class next class. So if you're still a little bit stuck, give it a try. And then Miss Ross and myself are going to do a live explanation of this afterwards. So once you have done all that, make sure you go and press submit. Here are your times for your next classes, which will be live. Okay, good luck.